But yeah, with Star Citizen, looking at the 8-year, possibly 9-year development cycle, and them now taking the company partially public, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm on the ceiling. What a feeling. Anyway,
dancing on the ceiling.
Exactly. So the thing is I have no issues with them going partially public. I think it was like 10% holdings or something like that.
And then I get a text message in the middle of recording.
Yeah. Well, I think at some point it was inevitable that the company will go public to some degree, because I think this is one thing I said a long time ago. I think Star Citizen is part one of a long-term goal. Now, what I mean by that is I think Chris Roberts, having worked in the movie industry and stuff like that, looks at Star Citizen as his Star Wars, meaning that if the game can be established, if the game is successful, knowing that Chris Roberts works in the media industry and he has the connections, I could see him trying to push a TV series, like on Sci-Fi, or I think
not Sci-Fi Channel.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. Somewhere out there, Netflix, man. I don't know. Pick your platform. A point is that I don't think movies would be the way to go, because it's an unknown, and I think like when you try to make it unknown into a full-fledged movie with it doesn't work too well. It works maybe okay for like horror movies that focus on a crew getting mauled by an alien, but as far as a deep-seated universe, you're better off having an episodic kind of scenario.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Buck Rogers style.
Star Trek, for example, right?
Yeah.
The first Star Trek failed, right?
Yeah.
And then it went to syndication, and then people were like, "Hey, this is actually really good." So they brought it back, and then it turned into movies.
Yeah, and you can have like an episode, like a whole series, like of a crew on an Idris, for example. And why that would be cool is that not only you can say like, okay, here's what my ship looks like in on TV, but then someone, well, what is that? There's like a thing floating in the air, steel plate times 3.
Oh, where'd that come from?
I don't know. It just appeared. Anyway, it's like
yoink.
Anyway, so I guess I spawned steel plates. No, so the thing is that, so like imagine you're watching a TV show and it's, I don't know, call it what you want, Star Citizen or Squadron 4, whatever the name is, doesn't matter. And you can see that you can own in game the ship that you see on TV. That feeds on itself. You've got the fan base that will watch the show. Then you've got the new people to the show who end up buying the game. If done right, you'd be looking at two kinds of media that would feed in on each other. And so I think Chris Roberts, like he wanted the cinematic experience years ago. They tried to blend it with the game. He did it well. But now I think and this is just, once again, speculation, I see him looking at two forms of media merging together in a very harmonious way. Game locations being on TV locations that they make end up being put into game. Things like that. I mean, this back and forth feeding, and I don't know. I said this is all speculation. I'm probably wrong, because that's
nice.
Woo! A breakdancer, baby.
Yes.
Anyway.
That's fast. Wow.
So, anyways, the thing. Get up. That's it. Oh. Okay. Anyway, so the thing is that I see all this as a larger plan, and we'll see. I'm probably wrong, but I would really love to see a new sci-fi series out there, particularly one that's built around a concept that I do love and want to see succeed. Because let's face it, Star Trek has jumped the shark a long time ago, and the Orville is more Star Trek than Star Trek has been, and Seth MacFarlane has done an amazing job there. It's one of the things that kind of bothers me about the critique of this game. People are saying, "Oh, there's all this empty space and whatnot," but people weren't bitching about that when it came to games like DayZ and other kind of games that are in large respect very similar. In fact, there's miles and miles and miles of nothing. at all. Except
that's true for all of the Arma series.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that for those of us who enjoy games like that to any degree, that's not an issue. That's like, okay, so there isn't like loot laying around every 3 feet. That's perfectly or something to do every 10 10 seconds. That's not really a big issue to I guess it's a little bit of a mindset thing, I guess. I enjoy just the wandering around and seeing what we bump into. That's and I like the visuals. I know a lot of people have said they're harsh on the graphics, but I like the visuals. I think they're a good balance between stylistic and they're simple, but they're effective. So the thing is that people play games, they watch TV shows, they listen to radio, whatever, watch YouTube, for the most part, to get away from the things that everyday life. Well, I guess I'm okay. That's it. You're going away, good mag boots. Anyway, so they watch these things or interact with these things because they're trying to get away from the things in their life that that are stressful. And when those things that they're trying to get away from in real life get shoved in their face in their entertainment and their hobbies, what happens is, first of all, you can't force that on your customers because they will simply leave and find people who don't. And if you try to attack the people who don't, you're either only going to make them stronger, or if you destroy them, new ones will pop. You can't defeat it.
If you strike me down, I should become more powerful.
Exactly. So like you get your politics and crap out of my games and stuff. It's like I just want to play a game. I don't need to know all of who you voted for or why, or you're standing on who you sleep. I don't care. I do not care. It has nothing to do with me delivering this cargo. I don't care. And that's the thing, is that games are they are the diversion, they're the distraction, they're the one thing in life that you can put effort into it and you will get something out of it, equally to most of the times to what you put your effort into it. In the real world, you can bust your ass and get absolutely nothing out of it, which is why I think people partially also enjoy games. Is that there's the effort and the reward are equally matched for the most part.